Good morning and happy Monday, my fellow frog lovers. I know you guys are so excited to see an update on what our frog eggs look like. Before I do an update though, I'm going to share a little bit of information with you guys. So, first and foremost, our frog eggs are wood frog eggs. The adult wood frogs look like this. They have this very clear stripe on their face and darker eyes. Now, there are a couple reasons how I know that the frog eggs I've collected are wood frog eggs. First of all, when I was collecting the eggs, I actually saw a female wood frog laying her eggs. And also, I know that wood frogs, when they lay their eggs, they lay them in these big masses, and they're little tiny eggs within a larger sac, whereas other frogs like spring peepers lay their eggs individually in rows. So every kind of frog lays their eggs in different ways, and this is how wood frogs lay their eggs. So as you can see, they're all one big mass. Now, they don't look very different than they did the last time I showed you your video, because it takes them about 3 weeks to hatch. So it's going to be, probably a week before we see too many changes with the eggs. But after that 3 weeks, then they've hatched. It only takes frogs 7 weeks to fully develop and go through all of their stages of development. Now, that said, once they're fully grown, these wood frogs live for about 3 years. That's their lifespan. So this is a picture of the life cycle and the stages of development that we'll see these eggs go through. So the adult wood frog lays the eggs, and this is what the egg mass looks like that we have. And then they go from being tadpoles to growing their legs, and they actually grow their hind legs first. After that, they grow their front legs, and their tails start shortening up. They turn into froglets, and that's when they can go on land and come out of the water. And then after they're froglets, they grow into adult frogs. So it's a pretty simple life cycle, or the stages of development are not that complicated, and hopefully we will be able to see all of those exciting stages of development. It's really cool to watch. One of the questions that I've gotten a few times from students is, when can I find wood frog eggs? So usually adult wood frogs lay their eggs sometime in mid-April. Usually after the snow has melted and the ground has thawed, and it's also usually after the first spring rains too. So some of the rain will unearth the frogs from the mud, which is where they live during the winter, and that's when you'll start finding eggs, is once those frogs have come out from the ground. So here are our eggs. I know I already showed them to you, but here's a kind of closer look. So right now, each little tiny black dot that you see is its own egg. So a wood frog can lay somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 eggs within a span of like 9 days. So the eggs that I've collected are a very small portion of a huge batch of eggs that will probably be filling the vernal pool where I found them in the next few days. So that's pretty exciting, and I will be back with another update either tomorrow or the next day. And this is day 3 of having collected the eggs. Have a great week, guys, and I can't wait to show you more updates as the week progresses.